Welcome to Finke Field, home of your Plymouth Panthers. Tonight's WIAA Division III Level 2 game will feature the Panthers of Plymouth versus the Pewaukee Pirates. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor our nation, our flag, and veterans with the playing or the singing of our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, that was Joey Borth, the sixth grader from Riverview Middle School.
Wow.
Thank you, Joey.
Sixth grader.
And now for the starting
Well,
lineups.
welcome to Finke Field and
There you
Plymouth
are, Plymouth
Panther football.
Panthers.
Tonight, the Plymouth Panthers host the
Let's
Pewaukee
go with the
Pirates
senior, number 3,
in
Jake
Division
Simon.
3, Round 2 playoff. And Brad Ballbrick here along
Also
with Kevin
senior number
Rortfit.
7,
And
Kevin
Kevin, we
Miller.
just had a wonderful rendition of a national anthem.
By a sixth grader,
Another
Brad.
senior.
Exactly. It was
Unbelievable.
awesome. So give her credit. I'll tell you,
Yeah,
that's
that
wonderful.
was
That's
great.
wonderful.
A sophomore,
Kevin, what do you
number
look at
24,
tonight?
Ryan Cole.
Well, both teams are really good teams. Number one, Panthers
senior
come in
number
tonight
25,
with a
Mason
9-0 record,
Bowyer-Mink.
and Pewaukee comes in with a
Another senior, number 44, Jeff
8-2
Needus.
record. Their two losses came against Catholic
Sophomore,
Memorial,
number
which is
51,
the
Grant
number one
Ritchie.
team in Division 4 and probably one of the top teams in the state.
Exactly.
And they're only in Division 4 because of their school size.
Right.
And they lost to Port Washington, which Plymouth
Senior
beat.
number 55, Ben Robinson.
So they're mostly a run-orientated team.
62,
Their
Oliver
quarterback
Sheets.
is number 6, Zane
Number
Ferrara.
75, Wyatt Moore.
He's only thrown for about 100 yards this year, so not an awful lot. And of course, the Panthers are led by Kellen Mella at quarterback and Ian Struve at running back.
You know, I talked to my son a little bit. He says this is a very physical team, and we have increased our physical presence on the year. I would say, but we're very turnover. We had a lot of turnover, but turnovers with interceptions. And if they don't put the ball in the air, we got to make sure we play good run defense. So we'll see how that happens tonight. But I tell you, it doesn't get a whole lot better. You got two really good teams here.
And they've got some history, Brad.
They do.
Yeah, they played each other a few times way back in the late 90s in playoff games. I remember that. And they're the home team, or they're the home of the Watt brothers. All three Watt brothers played high school ball there, and everybody knows they went to Wisconsin. And
the Watt brothers have reinvested into that school district and put in AstroTurf. I'm not sure of the whole story, but they really helped the facilities there and everything else to increase just not only athletic play, but increase kids wanting to go to school, which is huge.
Yep.
Huge.
I would say, Brad, just looking at both teams, you know, from up here at this vantage point, that Pewaukee looks a little bit bigger size overall. But we'll see what happens. You know, it's playoff football, and I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. And who makes the least mistakes?
I think we've heard that before.
Yeah, somewhere. You know, usually when you make the least mistakes, you win the ball game.
And that's so true, especially when you know you're facing a very good opponent, and you know you want to limit it to the minimum and make sure you can just play really solid defense. Let the chips fall where they may. The kids are ready. Coaches are ready. We're just about ready to kick off right here.
Struve and Miller with the kick.
Struve. Going to get out to about the 20.
The carry tackle down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Panthers.
Good coverage by the Pewaukee Pirates. Panthers will take over on their 20-yard line. Struve fielded that ball about the 2. He looks like he lost his footing a little bit.
Yeah, when he started out. And of course, the Panthers are led by number 7, Kellen Mella at quarterback. Number 3, Jake Standard at wideout. Number 23, Ian Struve at running back. Number 24, Ryan Cole at running back. Number 25, Mason Brill Meerdink at tight end. And we'll see
right side. We got motion coming this way. And nothing there. In fact, a loss of about 2.
Like a loss of 2.
Well, they split some people out, try to spread that defense, but that defense was really solid in the interior. Look for the Panthers to look at the edges a little bit.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. Finishing off that lineup for the Panthers, number 4, Jeb Knightis at tight end. Number 51, Grant Lidke at a tackle. Jake Miller, 54. Ben Robinson at center. Oliver Sheets at a tackle. And Wyatt Moore at a tackle.
Struve over the right side, going to cut him up inside. He's going to get about 6 back.
Looks like a gain of 7.
So he's going to be short. We're 3rd and 5. But a little bit on the edges there. And Kevin, I have to be honest, I think that's where you got to attack this group. I think they're pretty stout up in the middle and the second level linebackers. I think they're pretty stout. You want to keep them honest by coming at them once in a while, but the edges might be where we're going to attack.
And the inside game may come later. You know what I'm saying? Both linebackers are tight against the line of scrimmage.
Straight drop.
Look out.
Over the middle, overthrown. He had Brill breaking open a little bit later, but he didn't have the time. He had somebody right in his face, and that's going to be another issue is pass protection because, again, they're very stout up in the middle. Up in front, they got a good pass rush.
They did blitz 3 linebackers there, and the outside linebacker got home first. It'll be Mella punting the ball.
4th and 5. Waiting for a player to get on the field here. Right now, they're counting it off. They're down to 10 seconds, so.
Good snap.
Time.
An okay punt.
Bounces backwards. Got it down.
Oh, boy. Panthers give up maybe 10 yards there.
That might have been a 10-yard punt. Now, I got caught in the wind a little bit when it hit the ground. We had people running away from it instead of downing it when it was going the wrong direction. And that's something that they need to talk to the group about and just say, hey, understand something,
Yeah, you got to kind of keep that ball low.
So great field position for the Pewaukee Pirates early on here. Not a great start for the Panthers. Didn't get a real good run back off the kick and got a loss early and just weren't able to muster anything, and they give up good field position early.
Quarterback for Pewaukee is Zane. Nice.
Very well defended there.
Nice. Zane Zera, and he was the ball carrier. He faked the dive play and took the ball outside. And
in on the tackle.
I tell you what was really important there is that they took the dive away from the fullback, and that guy was taken care of. That allowed everybody else to flow to the quarterback, and I tell you, they defended it extremely well.
So our quarterback, Carter Pearson, is their top leading rusher with about 500 yards this year. He's number 31. Number 32, Matt Cezarzik, is their second leader. They come out in wing formation. Trap
over
play.
The right side, and Willa and a host of Panthers there. A gain of about, they're going to get their 2 yards back here. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yep. Nice play by the Panther defense.
And again, we've talked about it, that they're really run-laden, this Pewaukee Pirate team. They put the ball in the air periodically. Have not had great success, but you just never know.
You never know, especially on 3rd and 10 here. You may take a shot.
3rd and 10, 9:24 left in this first quarter. Just underway here, no score.
Comes out in shotgun here, Brad.
Shotgun indicates you might see the ball in the air a little bit. Got a little motion coming this way. And we have illegal motion of sort.
Flag on the play.
I'm hoping it's illegal motion. I hope it's not a neutral fraction. Well, they were going to run the ball there, Kevin.
Looked like it.
3rd and 10. It looked like it was going to be a quarterback follow. 5-yard penalty coming here.
Which makes it 3rd and 15.
False start on the Pirates.
Well, 3rd and 15. I don't see them running the ball now. I look at it and say, unless the other thought is maintain field position.
Yep.
Stay right here. If you don't get it, you punt
the ball, and the Panthers get the ball deep in there.
And you hold them again and get the ball back, especially with the wind.
We're against the wind here.
3rd and 15. Shotgun formation, same. Almost. Oh, he's rolling, throwing back against the grain, and he's wide open. He's going to score, Kevin. That was a great play. Something I'm sure coaches never saw on film, but he came all the way to this side of the field, and the fullback, I believe, went all the way to the other side, just stood there, and nobody there with him, and all the way down for the touchdown. Great play, Kevin. Yeah, really good play. Kind of a trick play for Pewaukee, and it worked. Really had the Panthers flowing to this side of the field, and we've seen that play in the NFL. We've seen it in college.
Detloff on the extra point.
Detloff with the extra point.
Well, we'll have to see if the Panthers are resilient enough to answer. But 7-0 here in the first quarter, 8:44 left. And that was really an interesting play. I don't know if I've ever seen that particular situation where you got the quarterback coming all the way here and throwing all the way back to almost the sideline, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't the quarterback that threw the ball. Wasn't it the tailback that came around, and then the quarterback
was it the quarterback went back that way?
Peeled off and made the reception. So it's kind of a pitch play that's running this direction, and then the quarterback kind of peeled off the other way.
That makes more sense because a lot of times the quarterback is not accounted for with your pass coverage, and that might be why he was unaccounted for by anybody defensively. But I'll tell you, they ran that to perfection, and they had a wall set up to make the blocks, and they had everybody else coming to this side of the field.
There was nobody to block, really.
There wasn't. There was one person about the 10-yard line, but that wasn't going to happen.
Andrew Miller and Ian Struve.
Panthers down 7-0.
Nick Detloff's kick.
Detloff is going to kick off to Struve and Andrew Miller.
Well, Panthers are prepared for tonight. I know that. They weren't prepared for that trick play because that was really innovative, I think. See if we get a decent run back here. That's going to go into the end zone. Well kicked. They'll bring it out to the 20, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
For the Panthers, they'll start 1st and 10.
And I know a lot of people want to be watching this game right now, but it just doesn't happen that way anymore. The WIAA has the rights to this game. Therefore, we have to delay our broadcast until the game is over.
Yeah, and I mean, until the game is over. And then we were told tonight by Gary Kaiser, who's the master behind the scenes, that the Panthers, or the game will be broadcast right away on YouTube. So those of you who aren't watching or listening won't know that until...
Right. Struve over the left side. No gain.
Struve on the carry. Tackle for no gain.
Again, this Pewaukee defense is very, very stingy. You almost have to think that you want to get on the edges, and as we tried there wasn't anything there. But maybe I don't know if you go gadgetry at all, but you just gotta start looking at things that they might be able to give you, and it's hard to find because they're a very good defensive team.
Like the Panthers the Packers last night. Maybe you got to go straight ahead.
Miller straight drop. He's going to look. He's going to take it out of the backfield. He's going to gain about 4.
Kellen Miller on the carry.
They'll bring up 3rd and 6. We've been here before, 3rd and 5, and weren't able to do much with it. Now we got 3rd and 6.
That time they were out looking for Steinert, and he just didn't get open at all. And I would assume we're going to come out and pass here, but maybe a screen pass or something on that order might be in line for the Panthers.
You could be an offensive coordinator,
Well,
Kevin.
I don't know about that, Brad.
3rd and 6, a long 6. Another error. That's 2 now. Mella has thrown that has been way high. The wind might have something to do with it, because if you've got the point of the ball going up against the wind, it just sails on you. He's got to get that point level or coming down, and right now it's sailing on him a little bit, and hopefully he can make the adjustments. We got 4th and about 6.
So Mella will kick.
Last time we punted, they got great field position. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. He's going to kick it a little bit lower, end over end, fair catch, just short of the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pewaukee Pirates at about the 49-yard line.
1st and 10, Pewaukee Pirates.
If it was on the other side of that 50-yard line, it would be the 51, according to Mike Briggs,
Mike
right?
Briggs, yep. So the Panthers, first 2 plays on defense, they held themselves.
I was just thinking about that.
They really did well on the basic plays that Pewaukee ran at us. It was the trick play on 3rd down and 15.
Yep.
That kind of did the Panthers in there for that one series. So here we are, 1st down and 1st and 10.
As a defensive group, you just got to stay true to what you've been coached and just hang with it. 1st and 10 at the 49 of the Panthers. Shift over to the other side. Oh, we got a snap ball. I'll tell you, he snapped that ball. That's a live ball.
Yep.
I don't know if that ball got on the ground or what happened, but that would be a live ball that somebody could fall on, you would think. I thought he snapped the ball anyhow.
So we've got a little switch up here. I said Zane Ferrara was the quarterback, and it's really not. It's Carson Hansen, number 34 for Pewaukee, is their quarterback, and he's listed in their program as their second quarterback. So I'm not sure if there's something up. Both are seniors, so
maybe they like what he brings to the table against the Panther defense compared to the other kid. Who knows? Dive over to the left side. Panther is right there. Gain of about 3.
31 Carter Pearson
on the carry.
with the carry. 3 yards on a off tackle, kind of a belly play.
Bring up 2nd and 13. 7:30 left in this first quarter. Panthers down by 7. Wonderful trick play played by the Pirates tonight. I still can't get over how well that was executed. And again, you don't account for the quarterback all the time.
Quarterback under center with 2 wings.
Oh, we got a flag in here. Let's
there.
Bring that back.
I would assume there's going to be a holding call against Pewaukee.
That was really at the point of attack, so you have to assume somebody got a hold of somebody, because their Panthers were in good position as far as numbers there, and all of a sudden he broke through there, and I got a feeling somebody got held significantly.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 25 for the Pirates.
And I will tell you this, other than that gadget play, the Pirates are not, their offense is not built to overcome 20, 10-yard, 15, 5-yard penalties, stuff like that. They're just not built for that. But you still got to play defense.
Really good opportunity for the Panthers here if we can get to the quarterback if they decide to pass here.
Like we have 2nd and 26.
2nd and 23, 24.
Quarterback keeper.
You're going to get a significant amount of yardage.
Number 34, Carson Hansen.
Got about 10 or 11 back there and make it 3rd and 12 or 13.
Coaches are right now yelling out there that they called ISO before it even happened, and that's an isolation with the quarterback, and somebody didn't get to the spot, and that's what coaches have to do. They got to coach your kids up, not only during the week, but at game time. So 3rd and about 13.
Hansen's a big kid. He's 6'2", 192. He plays outside linebacker too, so he's kind of built like a running back. So
absolutely.
I mean, he's powerful enough, and he's obviously shown.
He caught it. That's a heck of a throw, Kevin. I'm so amazed by what Milwaukee is doing right now. That ball was on a line,
Nathan Schrader.
and they had good coverage, but not tight enough, and he made a nice catch going down, out of bounds.
Going out of bounds.
Exactly.
The first down for the Pewaukee Pirates.
That's 2 third down and longs now that they've made.
After the Panthers have played really, really good. In fact, with the penalties, they should never been able to get that back.
No.
1st and 10 at the Panther 28-yard line.
Kind of gives you an idea of the quality the Pirates are. You know, they play in a conference that's pretty strong. The quarterback is off
He's going to
tackle.
score.
Carson Hansen for a touchdown run.
Right there, you had some missed tackles, but that was a real strong run by their quarterback, number 34, who's a total surprise tonight, according to what we heard. But he looked strong all the way, and we just couldn't bring him down.
18 yards. No, 28 yards.
28 yards. 28-yard run, which we don't give up those kind of runs very often.
They stepped down
Just don't.
at the 3-yard line, so we have
Oh, they're going to bring it back. He did step out of bounds at the 3.
no touchdown.
Gives the Panthers a chance to play solid defense. Right now, they're reeling a little bit, but, you know, you can get that momentum back by making a stop right here.
Yep.
And the one good thing when they're down, and there's nothing good about them being on your 3-yard line, I get that, but it limits the field. You know you can come with a little bit of horse
Yep.
inside a little bit.
I think you gotta
First
play.
and goal at the 3-yard
I think you
line.
got to play the quarterback here on some type of delayed run.
They're going to follow over to the left side, I
Yep.
believe. Now they're going to come to the right side. Oh, we got a penalty. Legal procedure.
Good on the play.
The wingback decided to go on the shift. But we've had penalties before, and they've overcome them. We just got to make this one
Legal
stick.
procedure
Yeah.
on the Pirates.
Helps the Panthers somewhat. Now we've got 1st and 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
5:40 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Pewaukee.
And it's actually a pretty nice night for football. It's in the 50s, barely in the 50s, and the wind is significant out of the north. Dive over to the left side. Panthers meeting at about the 5.
Post the Panthers there.
Still a gain of 3.
Carry.
Let's get that Panther defense
Gain of
in.
3, second and
Number 2,
5,
Dakota
second and
Kriza
goal.
at a
5-yard
corner.
line.
Jake Shutter at a corner, outside linebacker. Calamella at outside linebacker. Dominic Reeder at a defensive back. Jordan Lensmeyer at a corner. Ian Struve at a corner. Inside linebacker Ryan Cole. Marco Troca at a linebacker inside. Jeb Nitis at a defensive end. Funches at a defensive end. Veldman at a defensive lineman.
31 over the left side. He's going to score. Got a lot of momentum. No, he's going to come up just short. But he gained at least 4 yards.
By number 31, Carter Pearson. Tackles short of the goal line. 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Boy, they've got horses in there, Kevin. They can bring it. They got good size, and they just come right at you.
We got 3rd and 1 here. Big play for the Panthers. Got to shoot. Got to do something here to make the stop. Could be a quarterback sneak, and it is.
It is touchdown. Well, they're going to score with 4:18 left in that first quarter.
Touchdown.
First quarter,
34,
which is
Carson
surprising to me.
Hansen.
You know, the gadget play, you know, was one of those things. But this one, Panthers had a chance to get out with all those penalties and gave up that long pass.
Long pass, yep.
And then from there, they just haven't been able to play.
Number 8.
Good run
Nick
defense
Beckhoff
at this
for the
point.
extra point.
Adjustments will be made, I'm sure. Extra point is up, and it is good. 14-0 with 4:18 left.
Pewaukee Pirates 14, your Plymouth Panthers 0.
Well, it's
Well-
time for the Panthers to dig a little deep here.
Well, you know, we've never been in this kind of territory, so we'll have to see what these kids are made out of, you know, and can they respond to it and everything else. Right now, field position, we've had none.
Right.
You know, anytime he's kicking off, he's kicking with the wind. Inside the 20, we've started at the 20 or inside, and then we've done nothing other than get maybe 5 or 6 yards, and we just need to shake it up and get something going. You can't push the panic button yet, though, can you, Kevin?
No, you can't really. It's too early in this game. 14-point deficit. I mean, it takes one score and you're right back in it again.
Exactly.
And, if we get a good sustained drive here and run this clock out and get the win with us, it'll help us, I believe.
And I didn't think the wind would play a major factor, but it sure has played a factor early on here.
So far.
With our punt not getting very far, and it's howling enough that it affects the kicking game big time.
Struve and Miller back again for the kick with Dedloff kicking for Pewaukee.
And Pewaukee brought a little bit of a following. Pretty nice numbers over there.
Yeah, I saw it.
I think that's the most we've ever seen from a visiting team.
Yeah. Well, when you got a good team and you've got good following, and this program has been strong for a number of years.
Exactly.
I mean, they've been in the top of their league, for a great number of years. And one of the better teams there, I think it's the Parkland Conference.
Correct. That ball is going to sail into the end zone too. And through the end zone.
Letting it go for a touchback.
Well, Plymouth also has another connection to the Pewaukee program, and that's Coach Jim Beaver was the head coach down there for a number of years before he came to Plymouth.
Before he came to Plymouth, yes. So I just remember back then, I was doing some play-by-play with actually 1420 back in the day with
First down at 10
for the radio, and I remember the first couple times that we actually played Pewaukee in the playoff game, and Coach Beaver was, that was his old squad, and it was quite a rivalry and really good game. That's when the Hughes boys played quarterbacks for the Kurt and Nick played quarterback for the Panthers.
I think
Struve gets 3 there, a long 2, short 3.
They bring up 2nd and 7. Little bubble pass. Dropped by number Shutter.
Intended for number 6.
It almost looked like Shutter might have been looking up the field a little early. That can happen. It can happen. Brings up 3rd and 7. We've seen
Again.
3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, now 3rd and 7. We've done nothing with that. We've had people in the open, but the ball has sailed against the wind here a little bit. And I don't know if anybody talked to Mel about that a little bit, just saying, you got to keep the nose down, maybe throw a little bit more on a line. That's tough, though. For high school kids, that's tough.
Yep. So we've got 3 wideouts here on the short side of the field. That's defensive offsides.
Flags on the play.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty against Pewaukee, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 3 now instead of 3rd and 7.
The interesting thing is all the penalties have been Pewaukee, and they actually have given us situations that we should be able to capitalize on. We haven't capitalized on any of them.
The Panthers.
They've had a penalty on offense on all their series, and we put them in deficits, and they've been able to overcome them.
Yep.
Now, can we take advantage of this one, get our first down, and get going from there? 3rd and 2.
This might be a Mella keeper here.
Struve over the right side, nothing there. He's going to lose a yard.
Ian Struve on the carry.
Boy, they knew what was coming, undoubtedly, because they had numbers over there before we had numbers over there. Going to bring up 4th.
4th and 3.
Panthers don't bring the punt team in. But this is a situation in the past where Mello just takes 3 steps back and punts the ball. I can't believe that Plymouth would not punt the ball here. There it is.
And Pewaukee knows it. One of his better punts. Good bounce. Be down inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. Decent punt for Mella.
32-yard punt for Kelly Mella.
First and 10 for the Pewaukee Pirates.
So at least the Panthers got them backed up somewhat at the 31-yard line. That's the worst field position that Pewaukee started with so far tonight.
And we've had him at 3rd down and a bunch along a couple times. We just have not been able to shut it down, and we need to do that.
First and 10, Pewaukee Pirates. At their own 41
Well, they got a split left, wide left, quarterback under center here. Dive over to the left side. Panthers there. I'm going to take him down. Gain of about 2.
32, Matthew Stachelchik on the carry.
You know, Scott Richards mentioned that he felt we were playing much more physical. I think there were moments, but I think we can even be more physical. You know?
Yep. Good play first down defensive play by the Panthers here. Now we just gotta withstand
Number 17, Dominic
stand the next 2 plays and get the ball here. Make them punt.
Bring up 2nd and 8. Struve off and Brill on. Here's that shift. That's
2 guys moved again.
Flag on the play. Legal procedure on the Washington Pirates.
yeah, and I'm not sure why they can't shift like that other than maybe a person that was down in a 3-point stance moved their hand or came up off the stance or whatever. But there's another penalty that has given us the advantage to get a 3 and out here. Let's see if we can take advantage of it.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Almost identical to the same deal they did before.
Panthers there loaded. Going to gain about 1.
By number 31, Carter
If that. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. We've been here, Kevin.
Yep.
3rd and 15, 3rd and 10.
One thing I noticed there, Brad, quarterback, you know, nobody took the quarterback again.
After the fake, after the give.
After the give.
Somebody's got to stay home because that could be.
It could be a real easy, you know, they're going the opposite direction. The defense doesn't see if the ball's hung.
Somebody's got to stay home.
You got to get the tackle or the defensive end on this side or outside linebacker.
Exactly. I saw the same thing, Kevin. It's surprising that I agree with you. He caught it again. They're ruling it incomplete. But again, that kid throws a ball on the line, and that was really close to being complete again. Same kind of route.
Pass from Carson
Yep, the same route that was completed for a long before.
Exactly.
So the Panthers hold. Big deal, right? I mean, that's a big stop for the Panthers. 59 seconds left in the quarter. So Panthers should get the win here after a play or 2. We got number 19 for Plymouth. I think that's Andrew Miller.
Back to receive the punt.
Fake!
And it's a fake. Oh, he punts it there.
And he gets a beauty.
Well, he had the wind behind him. You had to know that he was going to be punting it pretty significantly deep. And I looked at Miller. He's got to back up 10 yards yet, but the kid hit the wind perfectly. And that was a tough punt because he was going to his left, kicking with his right.
Yeah.
And he still nailed it.
Really good spiral punt there.
I tell you, when you got a spiral punt with the wind, it's going to go a long way.
So the Panthers make a hold, and we need a first down here to get the offense some spunk and some confidence here.
And if you get a first down, you're probably going to be with the win at that point. You'll have a couple plays under your belt. We have a officials timeout here. It's probably something with the clock. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about, but coaches are talking to the booth up here. They're going to get it squared away. It's usually an easy fix. 51 seconds left in his first quarter. Panthers down 14-0. I think I'm totally surprised. You know, the trick play was one thing, but then we had him dead to rights, and we gave a long pass up, and then we didn't stop the run very well, which we usually do pretty well with.
And our secondary's been our strong point all year long. So I mean, this quarterback, Hansen, is really throwing the ball really well so far. We'll see what happens here for the Panthers on 1st and 10. Jet sweep, yep.
We're going to gain about 2.
Ball carried to number 17, Dominic Reederer.
It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
second and about 8.
So far, we haven't fooled them, Brad.
We have not. We have not. And their defense, I'm going to tell you, I knew coming in, their defense is solid, and they have proven that they are solid, no doubt about it. We're undersized against them, but that's neither here nor there. You still got to play against the team that, don't catch that ball.
No, it's past.
Bella was under great pressure. He threw it over to Struve, and Struve made a diving catch at about the 10-yard line. That's one where you go, I missed it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But
Loss of 9.
you're competing. Loss of 9. I'll tell you, Pewaukee's going to take a timeout right here. And granted, we won't have to put into the win, but they're just not going to give us any opportunity whatsoever. I don't know if that's 11 seconds or 1.1 seconds on the clock right there.
Doesn't make any sense there. If it was 4th down, I could see it happening with the timeout to make Plymouth punt into the win. But Panthers are going to get another play here, 3rd and 19. But so I'm not sure if the coach
they might take another timeout. If that next play doesn't go 11 seconds, they're going to take a quick timeout and have the Panthers punt into the win. Holy cow! The wind has played much more of an effect tonight than I ever thought it would.
Yep, I agree.
Usually about this time we read ads from our group and all that stuff. By WIAA rule, we're not allowed to do that, but we'd just like to mention that all the backers have been wonderful supporters for all those years. We can't mention any of you, but we do really appreciate their support. They make this possible. The quality program, we can get that quality programming at Plymouth Community TV 14.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Quality.
It's guys like Kurt Zulp and Mr. Gary Kaiser are kind of the behind-the-scenes guys all year long and have been with
7,
TV 14
at the Panther 10
for a number of years.
Well, there was no timeout taken there that I can see on the scoreboard, although the scoreboard people might be behind on that. The officials are still talking it over. And I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about, but it's taking a while here. They're going to come over again. He's talking to Coach Knaus, and they're talking about something. And I haven't seen a timeout come off the board, so that clock should be running because Struve wasn't out of bounds.
Right.
I assume they took a timeout. If that clock does not start, there's something wrong, and I would be upset as a coach also. So again, it might be
Over 3 seconds on the clock.
Still don't know if Pewaukee had called a timeout there, but I would assume so. Otherwise, why would there be a stoppage?
Pewaukee Pirates called a timeout. They put 3 seconds back on the clock.
all right. That explains it a little bit. That means the Panthers will, if anything, 3rd and 17. Long ball, incomplete. That'll be end of the first quarter, 14-0 Pirates, but they'll flip. At least the Panthers will be able to punt with the win.
14, your Plymouth Panthers 0.
So, Brad, the first quarter dominated by the Pirates. Panthers haven't had a first down yet. I don't think they've got 15, maybe 20 yards of total offense.
If anything,
and the Pirates got 100.
You got to be disappointed with your offense not generating anything. And then the other part of it is a gadget play that caught you, and it was a great gadget play. But then the other situation where we had them like 1st and 26, I think it was,
yep.
And we couldn't hold them from sustaining a drive.
Well, it ended up being 3rd and 26, actually.
Or third, I think it was 3rd and 15, and they got that deep out pass, which hardly ever happens against the Panthers. But I tell you, Pewaukee right now is feeling pretty confident. The Panthers have to do some soul searching and rise to the occasion. I think this next series is going to be huge.
Yep, and I think here, Pewaukee may come out with an all-out rush here.
And why not?
Get a block, and why not? Right.
Why not? They're right at the goal line. You block the ball, you're going to get at least 2 points. They got people coming off the edge. You got to hurry it. Decent punt. That's going to roll. And just outside the 50-yard line. And very poor spot. It was more at their 48 and it's going to be at the 50. And I know they only have a five group crew, but somebody has to take charge of that isn't running down the sideline. That guy in the center has to be a little bit more accurate than that. Anyhow, 11:52 in the second quarter, just underway in the second quarter. Panthers down 14-0, looking to get something started here defensively. They just really have to make a stop here.
Big play turnover time here.
That would be nice. Don't expect Pewaukee to put the ball in the air unless they have to, because they like to run the ball, but they've had success in the air. I think they're 2 for 3.
Again, Hansen under center.
Jet sweep, reverse.
Double reverse. Really played nice.
Nice job by Veldman. Aaron Veldman staying home. Took him down and took him right down his chest, knocked the wind out of him a little bit. Got his hands up on his helmet, kind of catch some wind. Aaron Veldman, Carl Knapp's grandson.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Trivia question right there.
Yeah, Carl Knapp, the old woods teacher.
Don't say old.
The wood teacher.
Yes.
That has been retired.
Yes.
3rd and 8 for Pewaukee.
See what they go here.
Forward.
Quarterback follow. Oh, he's got yardage and plus more.
Okay, by number 34.
Somebody boxed it, so it had to be inside, but then you have to collapse that. And then your linebacker has to come inside out, gain of about 9 yards. Be 1st and 10 inside Panther territory at their 39. 10:40 left in his first half.
Panthers need to come up with a big play here.
If they run the
Hansen
ball,
at quarterback.
if they run the ball on the ground and take care of the ball, it's hard to come up with a turnover. He's still going. He's going to gain about 5 at least.
Okay, by number 34.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So they went off tackle to the right side this time with the quarterback draw.
Tackle by number 44, Jeb Needus.
Right now, I think Pewaukee's getting some confidence that they can come right at you, and a little smash mouth going on right here. The Panthers have to answer. Some of that answer comes from a little bit of stunting, because if you're undersized, you got to hit a gap, and hopefully your linebacker hits you the right gap. Yep. 2nd and 5. Quarterback follow again.
That time.
It's exactly what I was talking about there right there, is that they brought a linebacker and said, okay, instead of letting them get to the second level, let's get our second level to them. Loss of about a yard.
Brilliant. Meerdink and Choka with the tackle there. Big play for the Panthers.
Panthers at 10-0, and Pewaukee at 8-2, correct?
Correct.
But 8-2, they're 2 losses against pretty good opponents. One that we have in common. 3rd and 6. Over the right side, nothing there.
Okay, by number 17.
Troca there, along with Cole, both inside backers making a difference. Brill, Meerdink there. Brings up 4th and about 6. Looks like the Pirates will send on the punter. Last time he punted, he did a scrum punt, and he nailed it. Nobody back to return.
Blocked.
Held on to it a little bit too long. I guess who got their stork arms up there?
Yep.
Neatus. I think Neatus got that.
Probably saved the 20, maybe 30 yards of field position here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Big. Now the Panthers have the win with them. Your throwing game might be better because the ball's not going to sail as much, but you still have to establish some kind of run game because the Panthers are a better running team in a lot of ways.
Steinert comes out here. So let's see what happens here, 1st and 10 for Plymouth. Fumbled.
That don't help the situation at all.
Well, fumbled by number 7.
We're having a tough time getting a first down with 1st and 10. Now we're going to be second at about 14 or 15.
Brings up second and about 14.
16. Second and 16, I see.
Little mistakes,
Well,
Brad.
you know,
Little mistakes.
I think this is one of those things where Mella was just, he's getting hyped up. He said, we got to make something happen. Might have got going before he actually caught the ball a little bit. Can happen. Second and a bunch, 16. Here's a reverse. Gonna get about,
Carried by number 3, Jake Steinhardt.
gonna get 6 back.
6 will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Panthers.
Just looking at that play, they kind of threw the jet sweep, and Mella's out front there. And I know you're the quarterback, but you got to hit somebody.
Yep,
and he
go ahead and block
hit
somebody. Maybe
one guy. You never know.
Right.
You know, there was
Might be
2
the-
guys there on defense, and maybe Steinert misses that guy, or the guy misses Steinert, and it makes it.
3rd and 10. Straight drop. Over the middle. Caught, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
Notice the pass complete to number 6, Jake Shutter.
It'll bring up
And
4th.
2 brings up 4th. And about 9.
Coach Canals talked with Mella there a little bit, saying, you think there's anything we got? And I think he's just going to punt the ball here. You got Struby out there. Shutter comes off. They're going to show offensive set here. Very
Okay,
nice
good
punt. Keep going.
Thank you.
He'll fall on the ball inside the 15. At about the, they're going to mark it at the 15.
15-yard line recovered by number
Nathan
3,
Schrader
first
with the
and 10
punt
Pewaukee
recovery.
Pirates at their own 15-yard line.
14-0, 6:04 left in his second quarter. Panthers are down. Not a real good first quarter. Now we're evening things out, but the wind, I think, is making the difference, evening things out here a little bit.
Yep.
I tell you, if we can get one more
3 and out.
3 and out and get better field position, we might have a chance to get something before halftime. That would make a big difference in
Exactly.
just the idea of how you look at things.
No, I don't know if Pewaukee. I would assume Pewaukee declined the opening kickoff, so they will get the ball back.
Correct.
Beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Correct. But we'll get the choice of the win, so we'll kick with the win to try to pin them back and
Yep.
have a better 3rd quarter. Sweep over the right side. Gain of about 3.
Okay, by number 7, tackled by number 7, Kellen Mella.
Mella on the tackle.
Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and about 4.
Max
Gain of-
Sheridan with the carry. Again, that's got to be their 4th or 5th back that they've had in the lineup so far, and their stats prove that. I mean, they ran for a lot of yards this last year, but they only had one back that had over 400. So, they had a lot, probably 6 or 7 kids that had over 100 yards rushing this year.
Well, they divvied the ball up. Maybe they're looking for that one stud, and they never really found, but they decided to play basically by committee.
With the wings and stuff, they do a little.
Men at the line of scrimmage, not a whole lot there. It's going to wreck 3rd and about 6.
Panthers have been stout on defense, on run defense so far.
Carried by number 39.
They only had 1 or 2 run plays that we didn't play real well. Other than that, it's been the trick play and the pass play that kept Pewaukee alive. Otherwise, you know, we'd be right there, probably zeros, and but they made the plays.
Yep. Brings up 3rd and 6 for Pewaukee. So advantage Panthers here.
Oh, we got a timeout coming to Pewaukee here. Didn't like the look. They didn't get out of huddle fast enough. Whatever. It'll be 3rd and 6 when we come back to play. But no matter how you look at it, this team has really had a lot of fun playing. I mean, they go through the first time that I can remember, and I think it's first time in history that the Plymouth Panthers have been able to play Sheboygan South, Sheboygan North, and Sheboygan Falls. And those were the first 3 games of the season.
Yep.
That was an exciting event for the county in a lot of ways.
Just Sheboygan County, absolutely.
You know,
and for the Panthers to come away with victories on all 3 of those.
And decisive victories, and granted, those three programs might be a little bit on the downside, but at the same time, you suit it up and you play the game. And the other thing that is exciting is now we have reorganized our conference and went undefeated in conference.
For the first time in a long time that we've had a 9-0 record.
Exactly.
At their own 20-yard line.
So, backs against the wall here a little bit, but let's make a play here.
Right, 3rd and 6. 4:38 left in the first half. Hold them here and get that ball back in decent field position. He's going to gain the first down, Kevin. We had the quarterback for a sack and we missed the tackle. And then the kid just danced on the sideline and kept himself in. He's going to get that first down. Now we're not. Now, we could have had a chance of getting that ball back in good field position to get with the wind at our backs, and it's just not going to happen. That was a kind of a weird play. He rolled out, and then he got a dipped up inside, and then I don't know if we
looked like he was going to hang on to the ball. It looked like the Panthers had the run played okay.
Yeah.
But,
exactly. 1st and 10 at their own 32 for the Pirates.
I think we got a new quarterback in. Nice hard run by number 7, Max Sheridan.
Well,
that's still 34
Senior.
out there.
Tackle by number 22, Jordan Lensmeyer.
It'll bring up 2nd and 7. The surprising thing is right now they've converted with the pass, which our pass defense has been stout all year. But they're just he's got a lot of time back there.
Yep.
And he's rolling out. He's not staying in the pocket. My adjustment would be let's keep him in the pocket.
Looks like we have Ferrara at quarterback now. No, it's not. Number 34.
It's the same kid.
Ball carried by number 34. Tackle by number 7, Kellen Mella. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
A gain of about 7 there. Brings up 3rd and 1. They're actually going to give the first down here. I think Pewaukee is going to be happy to go in at halftime 14-0, so they're going to keep that ball on the ground. Right now, defensively, you got to kind of just say, we're coming at you with the idea that you're running the ball. Well, you would do that anyhow because that's all they do very well. But they've thrown the ball when they needed to and had some success. But they love to run the ball.
Quarterback keeper, big hole.
Ball carried by number
Well,
34.
he had a heck of a lot of momentum before anybody put a hat on him, and he's going to run through a few people because he's got decent size.
Yep. I don't know where our inside linebacker.
Well, our inside linebacker did make the first contact, but I'll tell you, this quarterback he's about 6'2", 200 pounds. He can bring it, and he's not afraid to put his head down and go. 1st and 10 inside of Panther territory at their 47. Same follow. Got to put him on the ground. There we go.
There we go.
Mella makes a good effort to mix it up a little bit, and there's going to be a loss of about 2.
7, Kellen Mella. Number 6, Jake Shutter. Number 19.
Shutter and Miller.
Andrew Miller.
Finish it up. Shutter off the field again.
Kind of an odd tackle here. for Shutter. Mello read the play really well, got to the quarterback, made him stumble a little bit, which helped
Yeah,
the Panther defense get there.
Exactly. He made him have to pause and try to make an effort to get out. There's a roll
Pass
right.
play.
Good hit by Troca.
Pass from number 34, Carson Hansen.
They committed to the fake dive, and then the inside linebacker had the quarterback all the way, and Troca got there just as he was throwing the ball. It'll bring up third and a lot, but we've been here with third and a lot.
You know, that ball kind of fluttered out there. You know, Panthers known for their interception.
It was in
Looking
between,
for somebody there.
in between the first layer and the second layer. Ball's harmless, but you hope to get one of those. Well, they're taking a lot of time to get this playoff. They're already counting. They've got a
timeout again.
Yep. You can see the back judge already in the counting. He puts his hand up when there's 10 seconds, and then he starts counting at 5, and he was on.
You know, Brad, I think the quarterback there got a little ding.
He might have.
Because he when he got up from being tackled there, he kind of was, you know, didn't make a real good move or big move to get back to the huddle again. And even coming out of the huddle, he seemed very kind of lackadaisical and you know, didn't look like he was ready to go.
Well, you don't wish that on anybody, but that you got to take the precautions with high school kids. Hopefully, he's all right. You know, Panthers are relatively healthy tonight. They have one kid that's out. He's been out pretty much all year, and that's Ethan Coleman. Has had a
really tough year.
Yeah, he had some knee injuries and such, and he's on the sideline. But other than that, the Panthers have been able to stay healthy, so there's no excuse on that end whatsoever. Unlike the Packers, who last night were decimated and came through.
Still came through with a big stop at the end of the game.
3rd and 12.
So the quarterback is going to roll.
Got a little pressure coming here.
Nice.
By number 44, Javnidas.
I like bringing pressure on him, especially if you're bringing controlled pressure that makes him stay in the middle of the field and not get out to the edges. And I'll tell you, the other thing that happened, as soon as he was down, Coach Knaus was right there calling a timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. And in high school football, you got a minute and 46 seconds here.
You got the win.
And you got two timeouts right there. That's could be up to 8 plays easily.
Yep.
And you got the win. 8 plays can be a score. And right now you'll take anything. They're punting against the win. So who knows? 1:46 left in the second quarter and in this first half. Panthers down 14-0. Really have nothing to show for their offense right now. Defense, other than a couple big plays, has played pretty well, but the big plays have allowed scores.
So again here, Pewaukee, when they punted the ball the 2 times or 3 times here, they seem to be doing that rugby style kind of, well, I'm going to run the ball and decide to kick it at the very end. Last time I'd heard of them because it got the punt block. So the Panther outside edge players here really have to do a really good job.
Because they've gone both ways. They've gone left, they've gone right.
Correct.
But
really
if you're on that edge, as soon as he starts that way, you just got to get after him as fast as you can. Going to go this way here again. And I believe Struve is going to catch it. Nope.
Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller is going to pull it in at the
33-yard line. 27-yard line.
27-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, I open it up big time here because if you have to punt the ball away, they got to win against them. They're not. I don't think they can score. But you got to go ahead and open it up a little bit here. You got the win at your back.
You got those 2 big wideouts in Needus and Steiner. Give Mello a little protection here. Blitz on the side. Good pickup. Oh, and
Melo's pass intended for Jake Steinhardt incomplete.
Well, he was throwing on a timing route, but I think Mello had to throw a little bit earlier than he wanted to because he had pressure coming off the corner. It was going to be picked up by the back I think Struve picked it up just fine, but he threw it a little early, and Steiner had not come out of his route yet. So 2nd and 10. Mella in shotgun formation, Struve on his left. Double wides both ways. Some pressure. He's going to go down.
Mella sacked for a loss of 7-yard line.
Well, he had time, but he couldn't find anybody.
And I looked at the Pirate defense, and they played zone there, too deep. And Panthers, on a zone, you got to kind of,
you run her out, but you find a soft spot.
Right.
But it's hard at the high school level for who understands what soft spots where, and the quarterback has to see the same thing. Only a 2-man rush. Long throw, intercepted. Oh, he's got a chance to go somewhere too. Mella's going to take him out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Intercepted by number 5.
Well, with 49 seconds left, that gives them at least a chance for a field goal. Their kicker has kicked quite well. With a 2-man rush, you had 9 guys back, and you're
pretty tough to do.
No matter where you throw it, it's a good chance you're going to be throwing into coverage. And indeed, that was the case because they had 9 men back.
Yeah, in that case, it would have been maybe almost better for him to throw the ball away out of bounds. Get it to the outside.
Exactly.
And punt the ball and give Pewaukee the ball at midfield instead of giving him the ball here at the 14-yard line.
Well, what you can't give up here is a touchdown. You just can't give that up. They don't have any timeouts, so they're going to either put the ball in the
going ISO with the quarterback here, and he's going to throw, and he's got a wide open back, and
But you got to tackle him in bounds. We had a missed tackle in bounds here, and if you bring him down in bounds, the clock continues to run. I can't. It might have been Struve that had a chance at him, but couldn't bring him down in bounds. And give credit to the runner. Sometimes they give you that bum leg where they give it to you, you hit it, and all of a sudden it's something you can't wrap around.
Their backs are awfully strong.
Absolutely.
We've seen that so far tonight.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 here from the 8-yard line.
41.7 seconds. Motion coming left. So the follow.
Pretty good play by the Panther defense there. They only gave up a yard.
Tackled by number 74, Aaron Feldman.
Brings up 3rd and 4 here with the clock running and 23 seconds left.
I think they're either going to take a shot up in the end zone. That's what I would do. I would not spike the ball here.
He's going to spike the ball.
See, I look at that, and if you throw the ball in the end zone,
give him a chance.
You give him a chance. If he catches it, it's a touchdown. If he drops it, or if he has to throw it through the end zone, you get the same thing as a spike because the ball's going to be in the middle of the field anyhow, right, Kevin?
Yep.
So
I agree.
To me, that's not good coaching. But hey, they're up 14-0. Who am I to say?
Right.
And the Panthers
With
going to call
7
timeout.
seconds left here and a half. Good timeout by Dan. You might as well get your players a little rest here and just maybe put a stunt on here to see if you get a block punt
or put a stunt on here, or make sure that you play safe enough that they don't have another gadget play out of this and give up a big score. So, you want to put pressure on this kick, no doubt about it, but you want to make sure you're taking care of all your other options kind of thing. So, yeah.
That's a really good point, Brad.
I had a good point?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
my
the
gosh.
second one tonight? No. You're right. I mean, here's a perfect time for maybe them to try something tricky here.
Well, they're up 14-0.
They're up 14-0. We haven't shown anything right now at the first half. So
3 points, get 17-0. I think that's what they want here. But you have to let your kids know that we're going to play discipline on this attempt. But we're going to go after the kick. It looks like Struve's going to go on one edge, pretty quick out of the blocks. But if somebody gets a hat on him, And they are shading that side. This is the side you want to come from if you're going to come from.
Block.
He missed it. I think he just hit a line drive there, Kevin, because it traveled too fast through there. I think the ball never got set upright. I think it might have been on the lean or maybe not upright at all. So
that's a really big stop by the Panthers.
Well,
first and goal first and 10 from the 14.
Exactly.
With 49 seconds left, keeps us in the ball game here.
That could have gone south real easily. So the ball comes out to the 20-yard line in high school football, just like in the pros. And Panthers will probably kneel on this one and just say enough is enough. I'd fake the kneel and go big. That's what I would do. What the heck?
What the heck?
No, but they're going to go in at halftime down 14-0, regroup a little bit, talk a little bit about what they need to do differently. Just a couple big plays for Pewaukee, and there's a difference in this game. So we'll bring you that second half in a little bit.
Halftime, Pewaukee Pirates 14, Plymouth Panthers 0. TV 14, Community TV. Well, Brad, we're about to start the second half of the Plymouth Panthers versus Pewaukee Pirates, Level 2, Division 3. Overall, the Pirates made 2 really good plays the first half and scored touchdowns. After that, the Panther defense held them in check.
Well,
but the Pirate defense has been stout.
Well, we knew that coming in, that the Pirate defense was going to be pretty darn tough no matter what. They're hard to run against in the core. You get to the edges once in a while, but you got to be able to throw the ball a little bit. We haven't had any luck throwing the ball right now. Wind has played a factor when we throw into the wind. But, you know something? High school football, I've seen weirder things happen.
Absolutely.
I know that we'll have the wind with us. We got to pin them down and deep in their own territory, hopefully early. Get some good field position like they did in the first quarter. Our third quarter has to have at least 1 score in it.
Yep.
If you look at it that way.
We got to hold them to 0. So the Panthers will kick here starting the third quarter.
And they will kick with the winds. And, our kicker does a nice job. And all he's got to do is hit it pretty solid, and I think he can kick it through the end zone with this wind behind him. Hit him out down to the 20 or inside the 20, and then play the defense we know we can play. Because our defensive group has done a nice job all year. They have been opportunistic. Tonight, you're not going to get a lot of opportunities to make a interception or a pick or anything like that, because Pewaukee likes to put the ball on the, run the ball on the ground, run the ball, period. And when they put the ball in the air, it's a lot of safe stuff. But there's been a couple nice throws by this quarterback, and got him out of trouble a couple times.
So Pate to kick off here
Kickoff for the second half.
to Pewaukee.
Line drive. That's going to go into the end zone easily. Took a little bit of a funny bounce, got back past the receiver, and 1st and 10 for the Pirates at their 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
We'll get that defensive line or defense for you for the Panthers. Starting at corner, number 2, Dakota Kriza. Starting at outside linebacker, Jake Shutter. Another outside linebacker on the other side, Kalamela. Number 17, Dominic Riederer at a defensive back. Jordan Lensmeyer at another defensive back. Number 23, Ian Struve at a defensive back. Number 24, Ryan Cole at an inside linebacker. Number 32, Marco Choka at another inside linebacker. Jeb Nidas at end. Devontae Funches at tackle. And Aaron Feldman at tackle. Crowd's a little fired up here. We go.
Oh, good hard run over the right side. Met him at pretty much the line of scrimmage, but he just he finished the run big time.
Max Sheridan.
A gain of about 6 yards. Second and 4.
When he's been in, he's really made some plays for the Pirates. And looks like he got a gain of about 5.5, and we'll have 2nd and 5 here for the Pirates.
One thing the coaching staff was a little disappointed with is a little bit of a collapse on the outside periodically, and I think that's what happened right there again. Over that same side, they found something, Kevin. I think at halftime they found that side is something that they can really pound on, and they like going that way.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Sheridan with 2 carries now here starting the second half, and got about 11 yards total. Running off tackle, basically, kind of a belly play.
That's kind of what I was talking about, that belly play. They've been able to really make something happen on a specific side. Don't be surprised if they don't come this way, because I think they're looking at the same kind of situation they want to have happen over here. And they go back the other way. That time it's topped up. Nidas was there.
Number 44, Jeff Nidas.
2nd and 9. I looked at what the Panthers did with personnel. It looked like they flip-flopped a few people to shore up that left side a little bit. And I don't think they want to do that often, because they
Jordan Lensmeyer off the field here. He played the corner there on the far right side and had three guys or 3 plays run right against them with Andrew Miller come in for them.
Here comes that counter. Nope.
Straight up the dive.
Wow. That's bringing horses right at you right there, Kevin. Brings up 3rd and 2. The one thing the Panthers can't give up here is field position. If they can get over the 50-yard line, that really makes it tough for us.
Yep.
You know, we were hoping to pin them just like they pinned us early in the first quarter. Right now, they're bringing it right to us.
They're taking it to us right here.
Over left side, he's going to be short, I believe. If they marked this correctly.
Ball carried by number 32, tackled by number 74, Aaron Feldman.
Brings about 3rd and 1.
Oh, that's a terrible spot. The guy on the other side marked it just over the 40.
4th and 1 for the Pewaukee Pirates.
They're going to take a official's timeout and bring the chains in to measure.
Well, I was watching the official on the other side. He put his foot down like it's right here. This guy kind of walked in and nonchalanted it. He never put his foot down where it was and then came in and put the ball down.
I would say we're about a ball length short. I would
correct.
say
I agree with you.
If you base it off of where the flag or the pin was at.
If you're the Pewaukee coach, what do? You're going for it.
Well, number 1, it's only 3rd down, right?
No, it's 4th down. You're right, about a ball length, 4th down. So what do you do with it? No, it is 4th down. I think you go for it. I mean, Panthers have not showed that they can stop you for a loss very easily. Now, can the Panthers do it? Absolutely. But you'll put that quarterback under center and, go toe-to-toe, and given their size and strength compared to us, that's what I do as a coach.
That or they go shotgun with the quarterback and just a quarterback, a fullback lead with the quarterback follow, which has been real successful for him
well,
on a couple of plays.
But whenever you got a shotgun, if you want to shoot somebody, you got a chance to get somebody in the backfield.
Yep.
So, but if you block smartly, that doesn't happen. This is close quarters right here. They're going to just bring horses. Horse on horse. Panthers held them. Oh,
carried by number 34.
Fumble.
That's a heck of a play by Miller, I believe, from behind. Choka fell on it, but number 19, Andrew Miller came from behind and just poked it out. Why that was not blown dead is beyond me, though, Kevin.
I don't get that. What a big play by the Panthers.
I'll tell you.
Something they needed.
But they get the ball at their own 15, but it's better than giving up the 15 instead of them having it at our 10. 9:04 left. Panthers get a little bit of break there. Now they need to capitalize and get something going with the win.
I think you can't give up the run here.
Absolutely can't give up the run. Right now, their offensive line, again, I talked a little bit of coaching. Got the offensive line was a little bit in disarray. Struve over the right side is going to gain.
Number 23 on the carry.
He's going to gain
Good
about
carry.
6.
Good carry. Makes it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 5 for the Panthers.
You're right. You can't give up in the run. What I was talking about is the offensive line was a little bit out of blocking sync, and that's what halftime is all about.
Yep.
Talk about getting back in sync with one another and say, okay, I got this, I got that. Straight drop, out, underthrown.
Now it's pass intended for number 3, Jake Steiner. Falls incomplete. 3rd down at 5.
I don't know if it was tipped or whatever, but it sure had a nosedive on that one, and that shouldn't happen with the win. Brings up 3rd and 4. It's tough to make a play call when a lot of things aren't working. You sit there and you try to find something that's going to work. So pressure up the corner again. Boy, oh boy. Unaccounted for. Straight to the quarterback off the defensive end. that just should not be the case here.
4th and 5.
34 again. That's that Hansen kid who plays quarterback and outside linebacker. He's been running free right to the quarterback against Mello all night long. Again, the defense comes out. The Pewaukee defense comes out and makes a great play. Gonna probably force the Panthers to punt here.
High punt. Wind's not helping it. That might bounce back. Oh, we got a good bounce out of that one. Going to be down inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. And I don't know, the Panthers have a first down yet tonight?
Yards,
They do not.
They do not.
At their own 34-yard line.
I know the biggest fear was, can we get something going against the Pirates? We felt we could stop their offensive running game. We've had pretty good luck with that, but a couple big trick play and one big down and out that was a 3rd and 15 that allowed them to continue their drive. Other than that, both teams have been playing pretty well. Pewaukee's played better.
Yep. Again, we had good first down movement there. Second, we got 6. And Panthers decided to pass there. And if you don't get it, it's...
Dive over the left side. Met there. Gain of about 4. Good contact, but the feet were not finishing that play, were they?
Nope.
Number 19, Andrew Miller.
2nd and 6.
Beautiful night for football, a little bit over 50 degrees, maybe not quite 50 degrees anymore. Brad Balbrick along with Kevin Ortfit, Kurt Zope on the camera, and Gary Kaiser inside taking care of all kinds of things in our broadcast. So over the right side is what they like to do. And he's going to come up short, gain of about 3, and it'll be a 3rd and 3.
Sheridan, the ball carrier again. One thing I noticed here is the second half, their quarterback, in the first half, he was in shotgun just about every snap.
I noticed the same thing.
Here he is under center, and they're just basically going,
mano.
Mano, belly right, belly left, basically.
Don't be surprised if that quarterback ends up with a fake and all of a sudden you got a bootleg with an option and whatever, A lot of times you go to that, try to set things up. Straight
Fullback
dive, nothing there.
Nice job by the Panthers.
Ball carried by number 32 for a loss of 3.
And they'll send their punt group out there. And now the wind has died down. Why is that, Kevin? No, it's there yet.
Tackled by number 66, Michael Levson.
Well, we gave up. We were at about the, I believe, about the 22-yard line when we gave up and punted. Let's see if we can get some of that yardage back right here on this. He's going to run, and he's going to get it. He got it.
Ball carried by number 2, Logan Schill. Tackled by number 7, Alan Mella.
Somebody's in charge of that to make sure that he doesn't get outside, and somebody missed that assignment and just didn't get where he had to get. And he's basically they had one outside person out there, and he ducked his head and went with the receiver or the fly man and forgot to take care of the defensive end of it, I believe. Tough break for the Panthers. I thought they were going to get good field position back.
Kind of deflating here. Our defense got to come with a play now here. Come up with something. Now he's back out of shotgun. Oh.
Carson Hansen's pass incomplete.
Boy, he was wide open, and that was a very bad throw.
Well, he's throwing into the wind a little bit. He tried to keep the ball down. He probably could have put the ball up in the air a little bit and made the deception there.
And there's a little confusion in the back secondary there. People were looking like who's doing whatever, and they were yelling over to the sideline. And I think the backfield coach, Christian Volbrick, talked a little bit and yelling out there right now, hey, here's where we're at. I have to tell you that ball was played from the 48-yard line and marked poorly, and now back to the 47. Well, we got a flag.
Flag on the field.
But they're going to not get the flag. They're going to get the timeout here. The back judge was doing his count, and the coach called timeout just in time. They picked up the flag. That's happened to him like 3 times now, where they had to call timeout because time was running out. 6:04, Panthers down 14-0.
There we go. Timeout, Pirates.
Well, good group of students here.
Yeah.
Decent amount of adults. And I see that the Finke Friars still have their
round table. It's of our own coaches.
Yeah. That must be awfully wet sitting. They sit out in the rain and everything else, but they have their fun. The kids have their fun, and at the end of the year, that all gets taken care of, I think. What we're talking about is it's been, I don't know, it's been
tradition for a number of
years. They call it the Finke Friars, and they get here and they cook up some meat or whatever, or they just have a good time together. And a lot of kids will bring their lazy boys and everything else. And if you go by the high school on the south end of the parking lot, you'll see that group of sofas and everything else. That kind of looks bad, but the kids are having good, clean fun. Yep. Good to have that kind of stuff. 2nd and 10.
So Hansen back at quarterback in shotgun.
He's over the right side again. He's going to have some yardage again. Struve will knock him out of bounds, but not until he picks up a bunch. They are getting that edge on the right side. Whoever's blocking on that side for the Pewaukee Pirates,
they sure have
done a heck of a job.
I think you got Nidus and Mello over on that side generally.
That's often the case. I think Mello was on that side this last time. Not sure. Either him or Shutter.
But they really made a nice wide hole there.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy didn't get touched.
They sealed the end, so he had 5 yards before anybody
even got.
Exactly. Quarterback over the left side here.
Strip the ball. Nice play.
Number 34, tackled by number 7.
7.
I tell you, Veldman did a nice job of getting off the ball and making that turn in, and then there's a host of Panthers that are going to be there. You get that offensive play redirected, you're going to find much more success.
2nd and 11.
That's what happened there.
Better play there by Plymouth.
Shutter comes off.
It's an important series of downs here for the Panther defense.
Absolutely.
Got to really kind of put the stop to them here.
2nd and a long 10. It's that play they love over that side. Going to turn it up this time. That time it got turned in, but we're not finishing the tackle. Still haven't finished the tackle. I have to tell you, there should be a flag because one of the Pewaukee players actually had a hold of the running back and pulling him. That's aiding the runner. You can push from behind, but you cannot pull and hold on to him. That was just a scrum. What that tells me, Kevin, is we're not finishing the tackle because if you hit somebody, you wrap them and bring them to the ground, you got to finish the tackle. Right now, it's a much more physical game brought by the Pirates than it is by the Panthers. And 1st and 10 at about the 12, yes. 4:28 left in this 3rd quarter. Panthers down 14-0. Have to do something right here to get it back.
Wouldn't doubt if they come with the same play again. Quarterback off tackle.
He's going to gain about 3, maybe 4.
Tackled by.
Gain of about 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, if I was Jeb Nidus here, I would suspect that they're going to run that belly play again with number 7.
They sure like it, and they've blocked it well. Let's see if they bring 7 to this side. They do, but they put him split out. Nope, he's right where he needs to be. In the backfield, ready to run that play again. Here it comes. Same play. They're loving it. And they meet him pretty head on, but they don't meet him until he's a yard deep in our backfield, in our territory. going to gain about 2. Brings up 3rd and 3. This is 4-down territory. You got to make a play right here. No doubt about it.
Yep.
3rd and 3. If I'm the Pewaukee coach, I say I'm running that same play. You know, can you stop us? Right now we haven't proved it.
Nice has maybe got to get a little bit more outside there and have one of our linebackers fill that spot for him. He's got a, he's been blocked, and they've got a tailback or a wing there.
Straight dive, he's in touchdown. Good change up by the Pewaukee Pirate coaching staff, giving the idea that it was going to go that way again, and all of a sudden just do a quick trap up the middle. Well run. Panthers down 20-0 with 2:51 left in this 3rd quarter.
Number 8, Nick Detloff on.
That's the kind of play, Kevin, that can take some air out of your sails. This is all about the coaching staff talking them up and just saying, hey, come on, let's dig in, let's get after it here. It's hard, though. And it is good. 21-0, 2:51.
Score, Pewaukee Pirates.
2 things I'd say here. I would not expect us to be at 0. And I would highly doubt that Pewaukee would have been at 21 at this point because they have a limited offense, but they're just bringing it right now, Kevin.
Yep. They're have been for the entire game, much more physical. They're a bigger team for sure than we are. But their offensive line has made the Panthers defense, they blocked it really well all night long, and the Panther defense just has not had an answer.
Well, after this game, they would play what we would consider the finals of the bracket.
Yep.
And after that, then it's 2 games away from a state berth. Beginning of the year, you would look at this team and say, well, we're a nice team. How good are we? They played really well during the whole year. Tonight's not one of their better performances right now, but one big play.
Yep. Get them back in it here.
Back in for the Panthers, number 19, Andrew Miller, number 23, Ian Struby.
Well, I've had a nice night out. I got extra grandkids here tonight, which is nice.
Always nice to have time with the grandkids.
Oh, yeah. Decent kick against the wind. Decent run back.
24-yard line. 1st and 10.
I actually saw somebody get a little bit of a block in the back, but they didn't call it, which is okay. 1st and 10 Panthers at their 25-yard line. Well, let's see what we can come up with offensively. Right now we're grasping at straws. Not a whole lot of anything has worked. But we have to be a little bit more conscious of running plays, a little bit more crisp in and out of the huddle, if you ask me. 21-0, you got to start getting in and out of huddle.
Ball carried by number 7, Kellen Mella.
Gain of about
a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. I like the idea of jet sweeping, having motion all the time. It gets a soft side, and every once in a while you just pop it that way. I don't think we've run a jet sweep though with a handoff, have we?
One I thought earlier with Andrew Miller, or with Steiner.
With Steiner, okay.
So we got 2nd and 3 here.
Cole in the backfield, Struby going over the left side.
Ian Struby on the
He's going to lose a yard. That was one where I wish he would have turned the jets on and just got up in there, and he kind of paused a little bit, and that's when he got a little bit of a bell ring.
3rd and 7.
He saw that guy coming, and he kind of stopped running.
Yeah. Brings up 3rd and 8. Straight drop. Decent protection here. Looking long. Oh! A little air underneath that would have helped, but the wind probably really blew it by him. Brings up 4th and about 8. 4th and 8, and I think they're gonna come out with this offensive look.
Throw it to him.
And they fake it.
And we get a first down, Brad.
Strubby did a real nice, I mean not Strubby, but Steinhardt did a good job of getting past the markers and hooking up there. And I'll tell you, Mella gave it look like he was going to do the scrum punt, but then he just threw a bullet right out there. Love to see it. Nice job by the coaching staff saying, hey, let's get after it. Let's shake it up.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Gives us our first down of the night. First completion by Mella too, I think.
I believe so.
Now let's make some things happen here. Look out.
Man, oh man. Now that's the flag. Here it comes, you bet. You bet.
Mella sacked for a loss. Flag on the play.
The whistle blew, and then you throw them to the ground. That's just not smart football by
34, Hansen.
Absolutely. He did it before when I thought it was questionable, but that was obvious. Had no business throwing him to the ground.
Now, is this a 10-yard plus automatic first down?
This is a 15-yard personal foul, and I don't know if in high school football if the personal foul is automatic. It should be.
Personal foul, number 34.
And we'll see when he comes after.
Pirates.
10 yards only.
15. It was 15 from the spot of the foul. But it's not an automatic first down.
So it's first and 7, 1st and 6. I think the Panthers wanted to run a screen pass there.
Well, whatever they did, you got to delay the rush a little bit, and that didn't happen.
Cut.
Well, I'll tell you, Hansen came off a block so easy. It's just a matter of, you got to kick that out. If you're going to kick that out, your head has to go. You know as well, the head has to be in a certain spot where you can actually leverage
inside and push out.
And that kick-out block never got the head inside. We're going to take a timeout because we're a little bit disorganized here. 2nd and about 7. But, we talk about blocking, and there's a whole lot of things that have changed. But on a kick-out block, you got to make sure you can kick that out. That has to. There's other blocking where you stock block and you let the back set up your block, where the back makes it look going outside. So when the defender goes outside, you just take him that way, and the back can cut back against it.
Steiner did try to cut back there, and I think he slipped.
Yeah, Steiner did. But the kickout block was not finished, and that angle should have been really good. Now the Pewaukee coach I think he's arguing that personal foul call, and I got to tell you, he's so wrong for doing that. That was so late after the whistle. He's going to look at that on the tape and going to say, oh boy, that was real late after whistle, especially if he can hear the sound, because up here it was.
I mean, the whistle blew for a good 5 seconds, and then
it wasn't one whistle; it was 2 whistles, and it was And to argue the point would be ridiculous. And when they watch film, they'll realize that. But 2nd and 7, 57 seconds left in this third quarter.
Second and 7 for the Panthers.
You get Nidus down here. Look out.
I tell you, Bella has no time. They haven't blocked the defensive end the last 2 or 3 times. He threw that on time, but he threw that probably earlier than he wanted to, and the receiver wasn't even turning looking for
the ball.
It was just, and I'm not sure what the blocking scheme is supposed to be, but defensive ends are coming left and right and not being picked up.
Struve wasn't even looking for the baller.
No. Well, I think he was supposed to maybe have a fly, but Mella had no time whatsoever. No time. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Panthers down 21-0. Not looking good. Panthers are really struggling offensively. Defensively, they've played okay. But you got to keep your head high and just hang in there. It's a beautiful night again. Brad Balbrick along with Kevin Ortvedt, Kurt Zope on the camera, Gary Kaiser inside taking care of business on our mixer and such. And I got to tell you, we've actually had some rough nights and weather-wise with some rain and everything else. I know I had 2 rain nights. No fun at all.
I've been pretty fortunate at the games that I've done. The weather's been fairly decent. I think that the worst game I had was maybe the Sheboygan North game, which was nothing.
That was nothing, yeah.
You know, season at the beginning of the year in September, I think the temperatures were really, somewhat warmer than they have been.
Yeah.
And overall, I mean, we've had
Pirates at the Panther 31-yard line.
But it's been a good year for the Panthers so far. Tonight's not looking as good as it should be. Well, we knew coming into this game it was at least 50-50, and you had to have some breaks. Well,
we haven't gotten any.
They created a break by a pretty good, well-run trick play, and one good out. I'd still say they would be winning this game. Boy, he got to the outside edge. It was 2-on-2 out there, and we just weren't able to make a play.
Again, number 7 for Pewaukee.
The number 2 tackle.
That was number 2 caught that.
Dakota Creasaw.
Logan Schill. One thing you got to say, Brad, is they've used a wide range of players all night long, and they're really, they're kind of a senior-dominated team, but yet.
Well, you talked about it. How many different running backs have 300, 400, 500 yards? A lot of kids see the ball. And if a lot of different kids see the ball, that's a lot more fun for the whole group over there. And I don't know what the holdup is here. Oh, the coach is going to tell these kids have to get off the track. They got to get behind the rope or something. I'm not sure what that was all about. There's some,
those are the cheerleaders. I think there's the cheerleaders and the pom-pom squad there.
Undoubtedly.
Wrapped up in blankets.
Maybe something was said. I don't know, but the coach went over to talk to him about something. I didn't know what that was about. There's better things to do than to worry about that as an officiating staff. Quarterback over the left side, he's going to score easily.
Ball carried by number 34, Carson Hansen, touchdown.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind who was a better team tonight. Right there, shows you something.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pewaukee's been strong.
I don't think they're 28-0 better than we are. It's just we have just not been cooking on all cylinders anywhere near. Defensively, we played pretty well, but I think the wind out of the sails was indicated
when they got that when they got that third touchdown, it's kind of like the defense kind of gave up a little bit here.
I'll tell you, we might have got away with one there because Colin Pella came off the side. I think he was across the line of scrimmage, but there was no official on that side. You only have one line judge. He looks across, and he didn't see it, and he did not cross the line early. But we'll take the block kick, 27-0.
Funny on Facebook this week, they had one play where a defensive outside end timed it just perfect, where when the quarterback turned and pitched the ball back, he intercepted, kind of like
right there,
intercepted and ran it in for a touchdown. And that's how quick he was to the ball.
Is that in high school or?
It was high school.
High school. 11:29, just into the fourth quarter here. Panthers down 27-0. Has not been a Panther night. I look at this Pewaukee team. If they play this kind of ball, and I think we're a decent enough team that we should have given more of a tussle than what we've seen. But this team could go a long way if they play like what they played tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back to receive the kick, number 19, Andrew Miller, and number 6, Jake Shutter.
And now they had the win against us. We got the win in our face, which we needed to make hay in the third quarter. We just didn't do it.
We just didn't do it. No Struve in the back. Wondering if he may be hurt.
Miller and Shutter out there. Shutter will let it go in the end zone. First and 10 Panthers at their own 20.
Through the end zone for a touchback. Panther ball, first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, the Panthers actually are going to lose some seniors this year for next year, but otherwise they're going to be okay next year. They're going to have some returning quality players, and it should be an exciting year next year just as well.
Yep, Dylan Sauce now in a tailback for the Panthers.
Mello over left side. Gain of about 5.
Ball carried by number 7, Kellen Mella.
Read 2nd and 5.
For a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
We'll name those seniors here real quick. Dakota Kriza at a defensive back. Jake Standard plays wideout defensive back. Kellen Mella at quarterback. Dominic Reeder, defensive back. Ian Struve, Jordan Lensmeyer, Jeb Nitus, Devontae Funchess.
Mello over the right side made a nice move.
6 first down, Panther.
Initial hole was really filled up. He kicked it up outside and gained another 5 to 6 yards. It'll be first and 10 Panthers.
Ben Robinson, Mason Cantwell, and Aaron Veldman, all seniors on this year's squad.
They will be sorely missed. Had a great season this year for sure. Long ball. Well, that's a flag. You got to throw a flag.
No, it's pass.
The guy had his arm out, barring him from coming back to the ball.
Oh.
But the other thing that has to happen there is Jeb Nitas has to really fight back to get that ball to really make it evident that he was being interfered with. That ball was underthrown because of the wind, of course.
Yep.
2nd and 10.
I like it, though. I like him stretching the field a little bit.
Ten minutes and 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Score, Pewaukee 27, Plymouth 0. Mel out of shotgun.
Well, let's see if we can find some time here. Struve over the middle.
That was pass complete to number 23, Ian Struve, for a gain of 2.
Struve will catch it, gain about
3rd and 8.
2 yards. 3rd and 9.
Mellon, not much time again.
He had the running back swinging on the backfield. I thought he was going to throw it to the swing pass. That might have been a little bit better choice, but everybody's coming so fast. I'm really
impressed with their speed, Brad.
Absolutely. They come off the ball very, very well. Our offensive line has really struggled to pick up the right people. And it's overthrown a little bit and picked.
19, Andrew Miller is intercepted. And number 24, first down Pirates.
That's, anytime you throw the ball up that high against this wind, and he had to throw it high to get it up there, it's going to hang. And when it hangs like that, Andrew Miller is not the tallest kid in the world. Yep. So he has to be in a perfect spot, and it just wasn't meant to be.
First down Pirates at their own 41-yard line.
Wouldn't doubt here if we see maybe some of their second team come out here for Pewaukee.
Right now they got their starting quarterback yet. Number 7's in there. He's going to do a... Well, he forced it over the middle, tried to get it to...
There's an interception.
Nitas is going to pick that ball off.
Number 44, Jeb Nitas. First down Panthers.
And the quarterback Hansen gets up hobbling a little bit. You know, I got to tell you, I don't understand that at all. I mean, you're up 27-0. You want to run some clock and you try to throw the ball, and you're not a throwing team.
Well, that
doesn't make sense to me.
A little bit tonight, but yeah, I mean, run the ball here. I mean, and then the quarterback probably would have been better off taking a sack there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
No on the carry.
Loss of about a yard, maybe 2.
Their defensive line has been real strong against the Panthers' offensive line tonight. We just haven't gotten any advantage whatsoever.
Yeah, we have
the
not.
Blocking scheme.
The blocking scheme has been a little bit in disarray. They talked a little bit at halftime that they're like looking like deer in their headlights, and they came up with a plan, and it's just, you know, it's high school football. That's what we always have to remember. Is high school kids work hard, and sometimes they just get befuddled, and it's you know, it's going to happen. Tonight was one of those nights for the Panthers, that's for sure. Miller with a straight drop after the fake, throws it out to Steinhardt. Steinhardt down inside the 30, down to almost the 25-yard line. That ball was thrown on the rope.
That was a really good pass for Mela. He had some extra time, threw the ball really well, right on the money. Panthers get ball 1st and 10 from the 26 here.
Well, when he's given time and he can take a good look over the routes that he's facing and who he wants to get the ball to, he can complete a pass, but he's had a lot of pressure all night, especially off the corners. Pewaukee looks to set up something. He got something coming off the corner here again. Oh, just about.
No, it's a pass intended for number 24, Ryan Cole.
But we had 2 guys in the same route there. We had Cole and Lensmeyer both in the same route there, and that's not by design, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, one was a little deeper than the other.
By about 2 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see a 5 to 7 yard difference, but never 2. So brings up 2nd and 10. And again, they had pressure coming off the corner. Kellen moved away from it nicely. Another pick. I don't think he saw him at all.
Pass intercepted by number 7, 1st down Pirates.
8:22 and a turnover here for the Panthers. 27-0. Pewaukee up.
Max Sheridan, again, both offense and defensive side of the ball has played a really nice game.
They have some good athletes, no doubt about it. And we got to give them kudos to their offensive line or defensive line. It just, they're a nice team. I'm going to make a prediction that, you know, I know our bracket is pretty tough. Whitefish Bay is out there, and that's a very nice team.
Yeah,
Greendale's out there.
I'm assuming that they'll go against Whitefish Bay. Whitefish Bay has got Port Washington tonight.
Okay.
So the winner of each there, one of those winners will be going against Pewaukee here.
Port Washington played Pewaukee, and Port Washington won that game. And
12-6.
And that was early in the season. This team has really developed, I'm imagining, over the season, because they play very good football tonight.
32, Marco Troca. Also number 56.
Gain of about 4. 3. We'll make it 2nd and 7.
Gain of 4.
Counting on to the 8-minute mark.
And 6.
You know, we've been on the other side of this clock.
A few times this year,
so we know with the points ahead. Now we're on the other side, so we can feel it. We know what it's like for other teams and all that other stuff. It's tough.
Tough, yeah. Panthers just can't seem to get over that level 2 game.
Exactly. Well defended out there, but he bounces. Still loose.
Ball carried by number 8. Nick Detloff for game.
That was turned in nicely by Mella, and the inside
1st down Pirates.
Inside forces were not there to really put him down. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Clock will continue to run. I tell you, this field, we've talked about it all year. Wonderful shape. Wonderful shape.
One of the best fields we've seen, you know, in all the games we've done this year. And it stayed in good shape all year long, even with a couple of rain.
He gets to the second level and going to gain about 7 there.
Okay,
You know, and I know there are some drainage issues on this northwest corner here. They worked at it hard, and it's better. It's better, but it's not 100% yet. But I tell you, as far as you go out on the turf, it's in great shape. They line it well. They decorate it well. It's an impressive field this year.
Yeah, kudos to the maintenance staff that take care of it throughout the year. Panthers are, you know, the facility here is very good, and you know, we're lucky to have such a good facility here in Plymouth.
2nd and 3. Dive over left side. Got the corner. Now we got a flag.
Okay, by number 8.
Usually thrown in an area of holding.
By number 6, Jake Shutter. Flag on the play.
Definitely cannot be from that spot. So they move it back to about the 40. They're going to have a hold. That'll bring it back 10 yards back to the 50, and it'll repeat 2nd down. Unless it's on the Panthers.
He's pushing the other. One of their offensive linemen is motioning towards Plymouth. Blocking below the waist.
By the defense?
The Panthers.
By the
Maybe one of those D-backs come up strong and just.
Well, that's not good. It stops the clock, and it also gives him another 10 yards, I guess. Now, I guess, you know, a defensive back has come up and taken on the block. If you cut that blocker coming out into the secondary, that's not allowed, just like a open field offensive cut block.
Christian is kind of looking at, asking who made the cut or who made that play.
So straight dive, trap, yep.
Fumble. Fumble by Pewaukee, but it looks like Pewaukee recovered it back.
I think they got right back on it.
Fumble recovered by the Pirates.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The gain of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a play they scored on before, that trap play. That was that quick trap play. So it really looks like their offense is very simple, but it diversifies really, really well.
And you don't, when you run the ball like they have all night long, you don't have to get a wide variety of plays.
You got a new quarterback in there now.
Ball carried by number 23. Tackled by number 56, Mason Cantwell.
Well, Cantwell put a label on. That was a good hit. I don't know if it was Cantwell or not, but whoever put that hit on, you could hear it up here.
Yeah.
That was a good hit. And it'll be enough for a 1st down, I believe. Just outside the 15, just inside at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:47 and counting here.
Boy, they've got I'm just looking at the roster here. A lot of their seniors are, you know, fullback, running back, outside linebacker type guys.
Push over the right side. Only
they got quite a stable.
They do.
I was just looking at all these kids are 195 to 210 pounds, and they're running backs.
That's one thing that coaches notice is that, you know, they've got some really good size but all the way across the board they got good size. You know, they're, you know, like you said, tall enough, and they're filled out to around the 200-pound range, and that makes a big difference. That's why you can run so many different kids.
Right.
2nd and 9. Or I'm going to say 8. Just under the 4-minute mark now. Straight dive. Oh, he's going to score. That's the trap that we talked about before.
17, Kyle Kaska for a touchdown.
He got caught in the trap, and A lot of times the linebackers will read the backfield or a guard, and it might be a false trap. You just never know.
Yep.
Hard to know. But it is what it is.
Number 8, Nick Detloff on the field to attempt the extra point.
Extra point to follow. Mel come close again, but not get that one. 34-0
Extra point
here
is good.
in the fourth quarter. Panthers really
Panthers
have it. They took it to the Panthers tonight. Let's be frank. You know, they got off to a decent start defensively, and then one gadget play got them a big score, and then later on in that same quarter, they had a big outplay that down and out that was 3rd and 15, 14, and they got it, and then all of a sudden they scored on that, and then the second half we had a chance with the win, and we didn't make hay with that, and it just didn't happen.
Yep.
But give Pewaukee credit. They were able to run the ball, get the ball back. We've turned the ball over a number of times. We got a ball back on a turnover, but we have really never taken advantage of any situations that have come our way, which has been few to none.
I think the Panther offense has generated maybe 3 first downs here today.
Really have struggled.
The Pirate defense has been outstanding, to say the least.
Yeah.
And
we knew that coming in that their defense was going to be top notch, and it has been. And we knew that they were going to run the ball, but the 2 pass plays in that first quarter really set a tone that we didn't expect. Struve and Miller are back, I believe, to return the kick. This kid has a good leg. Don't be surprised it goes through the end zone. And there's a line drive through the end zone.
Andrew Miller lets the Pirate kick go through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Panthers at the 20-yard line.
And I think Coach Knaus is going to stay with his starters. Let the seniors finish their season.
Yeah, we're going to mention those seniors one last time here. Dakota Kriza, defensive back. Jake Shutter, I'm sorry, not Jake Shutter. Kellen Mella at quarterback and outside linebacker. Jake Steinert at wide receiver, defensive back. Dominic Riederer at wide receiver.
Ian Struve on the kick.
Struve
Jordan
on the left side.
Lensmeyer at wide receiver and defensive back. Ian Struve, running back and defensive back.
A gain of
Mason
one.
Brill Miradink, tight end, outside linebacker. Jeb Needis, wide receiver, defensive end. Devontae Funchess, defensive line, offensive line. And Mason Cantwell.
Bell over the left side is going to get a first down here.
And one last senior is Aaron Veldman at offensive line, defensive end. First down for Plymouth, 3 minutes to go.
Gain of 10 there by Mella.
That could be our biggest rush of the night, Fred.
Yep, and Pewaukee has not changed their defense at all. It's the same group out there. You got 34 out there. Maybe the down linemen have changed a little bit. That might have been it. They're playing a prevent. They're playing a 3-4-4 with a lot of drop.
Ian Struve on the carry, gain of 4.
Struve over the right side, gain of about 3.
For the Panthers.
Actually, a gain of only 2. Be 2nd and 8. 2:30 left in the fourth quarter. Panthers are going to come out on the short end of this one, big time. But give them credit. They had a lot of good fun this season. They played well when they had it to. They dug in at KML when they were then things didn't look good. When they needed to. So they showed some character. Now we're going to have a penalty on the Panthers here. I think the
flag on the play.
Center snap might have been a little bit off and on there.
Motion by the Panthers.
Panthers, 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 13 here for the Panthers.
Well, Brad, I'll be going down to Madison tomorrow to watch the Badgers play Iowa. That should be a real interesting game.
Yeah, Iowa all the way up to almost like third or fourth in ranking, and then lost to Penn State. I believe it was Penn State, wasn't it? And
no, they lost to Purdue.
That's right, Purdue. And then the Badgers
came out and beat Purdue the following week.
Pretty handedly.
So it'll be I think it's going to be a defensive game.
Absolutely. I tell you, Jim Leonard down there is everything they say he is. He's such a good defensive coordinator. He should get a lot of credit for what they're doing. 3rd and 8.
Their linebacker play has been outstanding.
Yeah, they best linebackers in the country. Mello over the left side. Boy, we have people that lead that play and they don't want to hit anybody, but Mello put his head down and just went after it. Brings up 4th. And about 4.
4th and 4.
Mello's shown a lot of heart tonight. Hasn't particularly thrown the ball very well, but when he's run the ball, he's run it hard. And on defensive ends, our defensive side, at outside linebacker, he's played real nice.
4th and 4. Troca over the right side. He's going to gain at least. He's going to gain almost 9 yards. That'll do it tonight. I think Panthers will just go ahead and run this clock out when it starts. Just let it go. Coach Ryan's going to send one more in. Excuse me.
Nice job by the Panthers overall for their season, ending up 10-1. 9-1, right? 10-1.
10-1, exactly.
10-1.
Out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock.
Incomplete.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
2.3 seconds left. Coach Ryan's going to send another play in. You know, quite often your offensive coordinator develops a relationship with the quarterback.
It's always difficult for the coaching staff. They've been around these kids for 4 years, and they've done a really nice job.
Well, let's congratulate the coaching staff. Head coach Dan Canales, many seasons of successful football, along with offensive coordinator Gil Gran. Mel over the right side, going to gain a bunch. That'll do it tonight. Offensive coordinator Gil Gran. Eric West, sergeant, wide receivers. Pat Burnett, defensive backs. Christian Balbrick also works with the defensive backs. Jordan Miller, offensive line. Mark Balbrick, linebackers. Kevin Butters, defensive line. Just like to mention, they all worked so hard, tireless all year. Had a very successful year. We'd like to congratulate them. But that'll do it. Panthers come out on the short end, 34-0. Just didn't have it tonight, Kevin. That's just the way it goes. For Brad Balbrick and for Kevin Rortbit and for Kurt Zope and Gary Kaiser inside, thanks for watching all season. We'll see you next season on Plymouth Panther football.